everyone, it's Kyra here, and I'm going to show you how to make cheese and bacon scrolls. Okay, so this is a recipe on Cookie Do that we're going to follow, and I'm going to step you through it. So let's start. So we press start. I've found the recipe on my TM7, my faithful TM7, and it has actually asked for 1.5 teaspoons of dry yeast. So I'm just going to pop that in. I've already measured that out, and I'm going to tick that off. We've got some caster sugar, or I've just got some raw sugar. So we want 2 teaspoons of raw sugar. We want 280 grams of warm water. So I'm just going to weigh that in. Spot on. Alrighty. And we're going to press next. And we're just going to mix it up for 20 seconds on speed 4. Now I actually use this yeast, this Loman's yeast, and I keep that in my fridge or my freezer. This is an active ingredient and it needs to be kept at the same temperature all the time. So do keep it in your fridge or freezer, even the ones that come in the box with the little sachets, pop them in the fridge as well, because you don't want them going off. Even though they do have like a use by code, it is super important that you keep that in your fridge or freezer. So now what I'm going to do now, I'll just show you what that looks like. So it looks like a bit like dirty water. And now we're going to pop in our baker's flour. So just wait for that scale to settle down after me taking the bowl off. So we're just going to pour in our 480 grams of baker's flour. You find that in the bottom. Oops, right. And we're going to pop in some bread improver. Give me a second. I'll just grab that. Instead of using bread improver, I'm actually going to use some apple cider vinegar with the mother. So I'm just going to pop in 20 grams. Beautiful. We've got a teaspoon of salt, so and a tablespoon of olive oil. Beautiful. And then we're going to press next. So now we're going to mix that all together. That's on. I'll show you what that looks like. How good's that? Oops. Next. And now we're going to pop the lid back on, and we're going to knead this for 3 minutes. Okay. Let me show you what that looks like. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do is tip that upside down and just give those blades a bit of a twist. We'll get out the excess. What I'm going to do now, you can see there's a bit on the blade there. And flick that out to the side. So I'm just going to pop my lid on for a second. And, oops. Just going to go to home and then go to manual mode. And then just pop it on for, say, 2 or 3 seconds on speed 8 and press play. And I'm literally just flicking that off so that you don't have all that dough wrapped around the blade. So you can see it's now on the outsides. So now I could actually use my bowl scraper or your spatula, whatever you like. And we're just going to collect that little bit of extra dough off the sides. All right. So I'm just going to roll that into a ball. We'll go back to the recipe. And it says here to transfer it into a silicone bread mat or a floured work surface and work into a ball, which I've done. Really nice and easy. And then it says wrap in the mat. So I've got my thermomat here that you can earn from time to time as a host reward, or you can actually purchase them on the mix shop. So I'm just wrapping it up, a bit like fish and chips, giving it some room to grow in there. And we want it to prove in here for about an hour. And then from there, we will then shape it into the rolls. Okay, so we've left this to prove and it's looking incredible. In fact, it's actually just, starting to grow. The benefit of having a thermomat is that it doesn't stick to your benches and it's all in here. Keeps it nice and clean, which is good. Oh, just dropped a piece of cheese. That's all right. And I'm going to just, as you can see, bring this all together and I'm just going to knock it back down. So yeah, there's a little bit left on there, but it will reunite. We're just going to bring this together. You could put a little bit of flour on there if you wanted to, but honestly, it's not really that necessary. So what I'm going to do is, we can skip all this. It's going to, let's go through next. We've done that. We've let it prove. I'm going to get my oven ready. So let me just pop that on 180 degrees. Beauty. So that's warming up. And what we can do now is I have this piece of dough and I'm roughly going to weigh it. Just pop it on the top, 800 grams. So what I'm going to do is use my bowl scraper, which is a handy little cutter to use on your thermometer, and it's going to pop up. Just want to get it about 400 grams. I'm going to use this in a second, and we are going to just get a little bit of the air out and roll it into a thing. And now I want to do 3, roughly the same size, and I'm going to go again, just so they're roughly the same. Now, to make my bread rolls, I actually pinch and drag them together like so, like that. So we're going to make 12 rolls or 6 rolls, all right, just like so. So they'll be roughly the same. This is knocking the air out of them. I'm going to give them a roll on my hand. You can even roll it like pinch, bring it all into the center like so. And you can even put it on the bench if that makes it easier for you and go like this. And that actually brings them together nicely as well. So they get that lovely shape. Now, the reason why I'm dividing it today is because I want to show you 2 different things you could do with the 1 lot of bread dough. Because let's face it, we want some ideas for our kiddies and our family for lunch boxes. So just going to put them aside and they can just sit there for now. And what I'm going to do is use my hands to roll this out. You could use a rolling pin if you wanted to. I'm fine with using my hands today. This is actually knocking the air out of it at the same time. And what I'm going to do is just form that rectangle with my hands. Beauty. And then I'm going to get our beloved Vegemite. That. I'm going to spread that onto the dough all over. Now, if you wanted to do it with jam or, you know, I've even been known many a time to make pizza scrolls. So putting tomato paste, sometimes with a little bit of barbecue sauce on it. Alrighty. So we've got our Vegemite on our dough. Now, I actually haven't grated my cheese. So I'm just going to pop this cheese in. And I'll go into the manual mode. And I'm going to go 6 seconds on speed 6. That's enough. Sounds pretty good. Let's have a look, shall we? There's all our cheese grated up. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that cheese onto our bread dough with the Vegemite on it. All over as much as I can. All right, pop my lid back on. My little cup. Just going to evenly spread that out a bit. Then what I'm going to do is, from the long edge, I'm going to roll that in. So I've got a nice shape like so. And I'm going to get my handy dandy trusty dental floss and chop off a piece. Put in my hands like so and underneath. And I'm basically, I want 6 out of this. So if I go halfway, 1, 2, just sort of marking it out so I got kind of even. And then I'm going to cross that over like so. And we're going to get this beautiful, evenly cut scroll. Go again, underneath, drag it up, cross it over. We've got our second one. I'm getting Vegemite on my hands. Yeah, I do like the Vegemite though. All right, so I'm going on another one. And again, just go down this way. Beauty. Just makes it so much easier to do it with the dental floss. All right. And there's our 6 little scrolls. Now what I want to do is put these aside and allow them to prove again on a tray so that then we can top these 6 bread rolls with the cheese and the bacon. And then we've got Vegemite and cheese scrolls and the cheese and bacon rolls. So we'll leave them to prove for a little bit longer and then we'll be back to check them out soon. Okay, so I'm just going to lift up the mat. And I was helping, as you can see, these have all, just move that out of the way, have all improved in size. So what I'm going to do now is with the rolls, I'm just going to give this a bit of a cut through. And that's just going to help keep the bacon and the cheese on top of the rolls. So I've got my bacon here. Now it is suggested that we give these a quick brush with a bit of egg wash. So I'll just whip up an egg with a fork. We're just going to brush these lightly. Then we're going to pop our bacon over top. We're going to cheese. We've got it earlier. And pop that on top as well. And then we get a little bit on here. Beautiful. And now I'm going to pop this in the oven.